All right, guys, we are once again asking ourselves, is this a bull trap or do we finally get the squeeze we have been looking for? There's a lot I need to go over with you guys. As of right now, the signs are not very good, but we also have some win in our back right now. All right, so we're gonna get into it. We're going to break it down. Anyway, if you are here, thank you for joining the channel again. It is a beautiful Sunday night. By beautiful, I mean we are freezing. All right, I'm in New York City. It's about 8 to 10 below zero right now, so -9. So it is cold. We're dealing with a snowstorm, but we okay. We're alive. We're getting going. We're getting ready for the market to open. We cannot wait. We are excited. It's time to go. All right. So today I want to break down not just the typical things I break down for you guys. I also feel like there is one specific item I never really touch. Right, that's the US dollar. I want to go over that with you guys today so you can see what's going on. You can see the chart so that way you guys can prepare accordingly. I believe in giving you guys the information that you need, and based on that information, that should allow you guys to properly prepare yourselves. All right, now let's get into it. Let's not waste a lot of time. Let's get right into it. All right, I'm going to go on the DXY. This was the SPY. I want to go on the DXY. For those who doesn't know, the DXY, that's the US dollar index. So that's what we are currently looking at right now. This is what this looks like. All right, guys. Let's go back. What I want to do is look at that on a weekly time frame. I was reviewing this and I just don't really like what I'm currently seeing. So this is the weekly time frame. When we pull this up, what exactly do we see? Right? We can see there was an initial push down, heavy push down, and right now we're doing a bit of a consolidation. So there's like a squeeze going on, and this is showing up or what? That would be a bear flag pattern. All right, so that level we have right now, let me get a better tool to do that so we can have straight lines because that would help us with everything we're doing as far as breaking this down. So you guys can see that push down all the way here. We can see this is what's happening right now. And we have a consolidation zone that's happening right now. This is a bear flag. All right. So if it seems like right now we are breaking down, actually let's even extend that just a little bit since we actually went way down. I mean, but this is like minor level. That's very minor. Let's be practical. And not adjust just because things are down. So if we put that there, you guys can see where we are right now. We are at the bottom of that flag. So what we would like to see is a gap up. All right. So just give me one quick second. Just had to adjust and make sure I get my chart up and ready. By the way, if you guys are here, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop me a little heart, a coffee cup, whatever it is. Let's get the chat active. Let's get this review interactive. I want to answer as many questions as I can for you guys. Again, the reason I'm going over that, I don't trade the US dollar, right? This is not something that I trade personally, but I just felt like a lot of you guys may have cash in your saving account. You may have cash in your checking, whatever it may be. You need to know if this happens, right? If that actually happens, whatever money you have, inflation will spike and that money will be worth a lot less. Now, what exactly is going on? So over the weekend, while Canada is talking about possibly finalizing a trade deal with China. So the administration announced that if this deal happened, they will put a 100% tariffs on China. All right, that's a 100% tariffs. We do China. Canada is still one of our biggest trading partner, right? So there's a couple of things that happen when that happens, right? Now if we are putting tariffs like that whenever we feel like it, or we threatening to do that to our own allies, what those guys started to thinking is then maybe we shouldn't keep using the dollar as our current reserve. I mean, you currently have, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Germany. We have some lawmakers that has introduced bills to withdraw up to $50 billion worth of gold from the U.S. Treasury Department, from the Federal Reserve. We don't want these things to happen. We don't want these things to happen because if we did if the dollar get de-dollarized, I mean, you can. There's a case to be made. I'm not here to make a case whether it's good for the world or bad for the world. I'm just waiting to let you guys know, since this is a stock trading show, or review. If that happens, we are going to see a big spike in inflation, and your money, the cash you have on hand, is going to be worth a lot less. All right, so this is why I wanted to go over that with you guys. You can see what's going on right now, and this all these things we're looking at. So this is the you might see I keep saying, hey, are we going to get the squeeze? We're gonna get in the stock market, but I want to show you guys the dangers we are facing. These are all the lights are flashing red. All right, the lights are flashing red, and I am very, very uneasy about it. Although I'm super bullish, I think those tech stocks, they have been beaten up. Tech have not been really moving much, and we're going to see that real quick. Um, Not really been doing much. Some are down up to, I think, in the case of Netflix, Netflix is currently down about nearly 40%. They are due for a bounce, but at the same time we cannot ignore what we are seeing. So this is currently what we're seeing in the dollar. All right, guys. And if you look at that, just go way back. If we pull that back, whoa, I think we lost this a little bit. If we pull this way back and we draw this trend line, this is going back to 2014 since we actually had this trend line. You guys see how this came and touched this, right? That is way back to 2014. So we just came, I mean, not we just came, we actually literally almost like sitting on it right now. So if we lose that, our next major level on the US dollar right now is about where? You could say that would be that's a minor level. We have a minor level here, right at 91. There's a minor level, but as far as a major level, we're talking about way down to 89. All right. Now, I wanted you guys to get that information because I think we should know where things are. And right now, the market is open. So the dollar is being traded right now, and this is what it's currently doing. As of right now, it's not looking good. It is not looking very good. And word on the street is a couple of countries actually dumped some U.S. bonds. Right? We this can get ugly very, very quickly. So let me just go on ahead, guys, and let's just double check. Let's check the Mag 7. I just talked to you guys about how some of these stocks are not really performing the way they should be performing. So if we go and check the Mag 7, we had a bounce in the Mag 7. We have reclaimed that, but as you could see, I mean, we have room on the way up. If you're looking at that based on a purely technical basis, we do have some room on the way up. We can come all the way here because we have reclaimed. That's the great news. We have reclaimed the trend line. That's what gives me hope, right? That's my source of hope. Looking at this makes me hopeful. So I'm hoping we can actually take off and actually won. Um, do you have a watch list for this week? I do have a watch list for this week. As a matter of fact, I already put that out. This is the previous video that came out before this live. Make sure to check out that video. to see. I actually have five stocks that I give out as far as what I'm looking at. That's what I'm watching for this week. So once we're done with this live view, make sure to go check out the previous video. That video was dropped earlier today. That came out earlier today. So you should be able to see that. Now let's review the SPY and see how we're looking and where we are standing with the S&P 500. This is the S&P 500. Let us zoom in. Again, guys, remember when I was talking about it is highly possible that we're going to touch this level, drop, retest for the way down. All right. So I think two things are going to happen this week. So we have, first of all, we have FOMC meeting this week. So that we have a Fed meeting this week, so they will decide whether or not we're going to have another rate cut or not. So obviously we have to be prepared for a very volatile week. At the same time, we have some big tech earnings coming. All right, so those are going to be some massive, massive market shifting moves that's going to happen. Some stock going to one up, some going to one way down. We did not have a great start by any means. We had the banks reported, and almost all of them went down because they keep talking about the warning signs they are seeing. And then we had Intel reported, and Intel did so bad. I mean, I expected Intel to drop maybe around 8 to 10%. Let me double check and see how far this went. We can go back to that. Intel actually dropped 17%. That is a 17% drop. That was crazy. I did not anticipate such a big move, to be honest. But that drop was crazy. All right. So that's where we are with that. So let's go back to the S&P 500. We can see last Friday exactly what we did. We came way down here, gap down. So now we have filled that gap. So, is that what we're doing? We went down, we came to fill that gap, which is what I keep talking to you guys about the other day, which is going back to the crime scene, just revisiting that. That's the retest of the trend line for another leg down. Or can we possibly just either consolidate at that level until tech earnings happen and then we gap up? I mean, right now it doesn't look good, guys. It really, really, really doesn't look good right now. Like I said, the market is flashing red. I warned you guys about a lot of things, and so far I'm not liking what I'm seeing. As you could see, even though we had a green day, I think we got as high as 690 and down to 687. It was a green day, but it was pretty much a flat day, so there's no momentum. And you can see the volume here. It was a Friday. Friday typically have low volume, but this was really low volume, and we didn't really do much. We tried to move up, and we just couldn't really do it. So pretty much a flat day on the S&P 500. Now let's dig in a little deeper to see what's going on. These are the kind of things that's making me a bit more scared, and I will let you guys see them. As you guys can see, this is what we are doing. Typically, when we're going down, this is what I talk about when I say the market always give you warning signs. The market never dropped all at once. You're going to get warning signs, right? And this is our warning signs. We had a drop. Now, at this point, you freak out. Most retail traders freak out. You sell, right? And you sell at a loss. And then those guys bought right at support level. You have the pop. And once it got to here, that move happened so quick. What retail traders like to do is like, oh, we back on the move. But if you following me, if you here, we don't fall for these traps because we have levels. All right. Since we have not done the levels, we're not going in. Right now, if we're looking at these candles, what looks like is going to happen is a lower high for a move down. All right, that's what seems like that's more probable right now. Again, here what I do is try to translate the language of the stock market for you guys, which is the candlestick patterns. I try to interpret that and translate that to you guys so you can take actions on your own or do your own research, right? I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell. That being said, for me personally, you guys know this is how I trade. I'm a little bit more aggressive with my trade. So that day here, once we get to this level and I see the rejection, what did I do? I put hedge. I bought spy puts just to protect against my portfolio. Why I bought spy puts? I'm comfortable losing a couple of $100 on spy puts. I keep letting you guys know that. However, when we had that move down here, I told you guys about hedge right up there. When we had that move here, a lot of people were suffering in the market. I was also red, but I was red maybe like a couple $100 because why? This move happened. I got out right there. As soon as market open, I actually put on stop losses. We had another move down, and then whatever it bounced back up, I took my money. So once the market shows it stopped right there, I got out of the hedge because we had strong support level. The support held, and then we had a bounce. When we had the bounce, obviously now we got back here. Seems like we cannot break above this level. I put some hedge on. All right. So this is how you protect your portfolio. This is how you protect your account. We're not at the level right now, in my opinion. We are not. You know what? Let me not say my opinion. The chart is letting us know this is not the time to say I'm loading up the truck, I'm backing up the truck, and I'm going all in. I'm fully invested. That's not what the chart is saying. The chart is saying we don't have a clear direction, but while we don't, every single signs I'm giving you guys is showing you guys there's a potential breakdown coming. All right? Don't know when, we don't know. So, but as far as we don't have a direction yet, right? We do not have that. That I have to let you guys know that we don't have a specific direction. However, the stock market is letting us know there's a big move coming. All right. Right now, it's flashing all red. All right. Maybe it's a head fake to try to catch us offside and go without us. All right. Don't be scared. If you're on the sideline, the market goes without you. It will give you another opportunity. The market always pulls back. It doesn't grow like a tree all the way to the sky. All right, it will. It has seasons. If that wasn't your season, you missed it, and it went 100% or whatever. It's a lot better to miss it and be mad at yourself and still have your money than to go in and it goes against you and then you get wiped out. All right, I promise you guys. I promise you guys this will be better. Anyway, just going back right on the chart, what I am looking at again, what's still making me a little iffy is when you look at the MACD. The MACD is doing this. Look at that. The MACD looks like it's setting up to give us a divergence right here to cross down. Again, not necessarily see exactly what's going to happen. I'm letting you guys know what I'm seeing right now in the chart, and this is what this is looking like right now. All right, that's what it's looking like right now. If I see we break this level, I might add a little more. If we don't make a big move all the way down here, where I could say, hey, it seems like what we're doing is a double bottom to cross up. That is also possible, but by the time it gets to 676, that's about 11 points away. That will be painful for a lot of us. All right, that would be very, very painful for a lot of us. Let's go into 2 hours and take a look and see exactly what's going on here in the 2 hours. Once again, this is the 2 hours. You guys can see what's going on. As of right now, again, if we get the spike, you just never know. That seems like it's doing that's the one good news. This looks like a bull flag right now. All right. That right now looks like a bold flag. That's in the 2 hours. However, this is all those concerns I keep talking about. However, it looks like we are losing momentum. You guys can see how the momentum is fading right at this level. It seems like this is something that might give way. All right. this might completely give away. By the way, again, once again, I know guys, about 60% of you that watch those videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you can subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. That would help the channel grow. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are watching, or drop a comment, share the video with anybody else, because that will help the channel grow, and that helps me keep me motivated to keep pushing out those videos for you guys. I'm doing this just so I can help you guys, and I want to keep doing this. But that's the only thing I'm asking you. Just please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I would really appreciate that. That would really help us. All right, now let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin is doing. We it seems like we are bouncing back, which is great to see on Bitcoin right now. This is what worries me. We have lost the trend line. However, we are sitting at strong support level. That's the good news on Bitcoin. We are sitting at strong support level, um, but we have lost again. Flashing light, flashing red lights. These are all the things that worries me. All right, guys. These are all the things that worries me. Because if you take in this and that, that's a lower low, right? We're making a lower low. And if you want to look at this that way, again, remember, this pattern does not have to be perfect, right? It does not have to be perfect for us to see it. What we're seeing here is that's a head and shoulders pattern, with the right shoulder being lower than the left shoulder, which is an extremely bearish position. And even on the short term, like on the macro trend telling us what? Macro trend telling us bear flag. All right, macro trend telling us bear flag. So these are the kind of things we are looking at, and this is why I want you guys to be careful. I want you guys to watch what you're doing, and really be careful on how you address things, because right now the market is not showing any life really right now. We're just staying in place. Again, gold keep ripping. Gold ripping, silver ripping is not good news for us. All right, gold and silver ripping is actually not good news for us. As you can see, the IWM. Remember the previous day, I believe that was on Thursday, I was telling you guys I don't want to see this, right? We had that gravestone doji, and right now we're doing an evening star at all-time high. So all-time high would be represented as some sort of resistance level, and we are doing an evening star at all-time high outside of the trend line. All right. So I really don't like that. I don't like it, but we'll see. We'll see how things ship out this coming week for this. But what we're looking at right now, these are not pretty pictures. You go in the Dow once again. I believe I've covered that with you guys. You go in the Dow, and we can take a look at this trend line. Let me go on the weekly, so it makes it a lot easier for you guys to see it. This goes all the way back to 2020, and this is when we finally got that breakdown, right? 2020, you can see how this push up. We finally had a bit of a breakdown here, and then we've been below this trend line ever since. We've been below this trend line every single time we try to take it. Again, remember, this is the weekly time frame we're looking at. Every single time we tried to go above it, we got pushed back down. We got pushed back down. We got pushed back down. And right now, where are we exactly? We right at this level once again. So probability would say the most likely move to happen is a bit of a pullback. All right. Not saying we cannot push all the way up. All right. We've had a great one. If we go on the daily, we've had a great one with this. But you guys can see we simply do not have the momentum needed. I'm not seeing that in this chart for us to go. This is the past couple of weeks. That's literally the past couple of weeks. Like, what is this? This is the past couple of weeks. We're just consolidating, doing absolutely nothing. That's just choppiness, just taking people's money just for fun. That's just choppiness. There's not much going on here. We're just completely powerless here. This is what we have to deal with right now. All right. However, one thing I will let you guys know, there's no pattern here that says we going to go down. There's no confirmation on that. The only thing I can tell you guys for sure is there's weakness in here. We can see it. You can see the weakness. You can see the candles getting smaller and all these kind of things. This is what it looks like in the 4 hours, and if you go in the 2 hours, you can see exactly what it looks like in the 2 hours. All right. Last but not least, for those of you guys who are paid members in the community, I will be live on Teams. We will be live on Teams right after this. So I want to remind you guys, we will be on Teams right after this. Let's take a quick look at the futures market and see what we are currently doing. When the futures opened, it opened very ugly, and it seems like things are calming down a little bit. We've had a big rally. Look at this candle. Look at that. Oof. If we go into 30 minutes, we can see this here even clearer. We got as low as 68.79, and we are back to 69.28. Ooh. So literally right now we sort of like back to Friday's lows. Is that Friday's low? No, actually, that is not Friday's low, but it is a resistance level. Actually, I have that here. I have that level already drawn. That used to be support. We are now under the support level, which is now being used as resistance levels. All right. Um, so well, as we wrapping up, I'm not going to go into these stocks, but I do want to let you guys know the five stocks I'm watching going into this week. There's one I already gave you guys. These are smaller cheap stocks that are prime for a big move. So this is what we are looking at. Actually, you know what? Nah, you guys are here. Let me do that for you guys. You guys are here. I appreciate it. It's Sunday night. Instead of spending time with your families, you guys are here just giving me the love. I'm going to do that. First one is CRML. Um, I'm just not going to do a full review on them. The other one is APLD. That's what we have here. Then we have what was it? I had that right there. Then we have Iran. Iran. That's the setup. We also have UPWK Upwork that we are watching. We just again, I'm not giving entries on those. I'm letting you guys know what I'm watching. We have Take Two Interactive. I'm looking for a Head and Shoulders pattern in Take Two Interactive. This company have a bunch of issues. For those of you guys that are part of the community, I will review those stacks with you guys, and I will go into details with you guys and gives you the levels. I'm waiting to trigger entry. But again, if you are part of the paid members, you will get a alert for the entry whenever they are triggered. I will let you guys know which trade I'm taking, so you can easily and freely copy my trades. So these are the ones currently I am looking at, guys, and the last one is Wolf. All right, WULF, TerraWolf. That's the one. That's the last one I'm looking at. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for spending part of your Sundays with me. I wish you guys the best. Best of luck tomorrow. Again, just remember it is POP. Make sure you stick with your process. Do not get sidetrack and try to over leverage yourself and try to go for home runs and whatever. Just remember to get in, get green, and get out. And I do have a questions. Do you have a favorite time frame? My favorite time frame for day trading is the 30 minutes, and for swing trade, it's it's a very it's tough to decide between the 2 hours and the 4 hour time frame when I'm looking at a swing trade. But as far as day trading, Day trading is the 30 minutes because the first 30 minutes for me gives me an idea, give me the market time to settle and whatever. Then after the first 30 minutes, the market will choose its direction. All right. So that's why I don't like trading much during the first 30 minutes. I just wait. You'll see a lot of chop that happens in the first 30 minutes. That's why I don't like doing that. But then again, if you're asking for the specific ones that I actually like, that's what it is. Day trading, 30 minutes. Then from 30 minutes, drop down to the five and the one and execute. But the 30 minutes is a must for me. That's the way I trade. Again, follow you guys' process. I need you guys to have a plan, have a strategy. I would encourage you to have more than one strategy, all right? Because the market shifts sometimes and your strategy might be a little tough for you to catch trade. You might miss some trades that might have been good trades, they just don't align with your strategy. So have a couple. Once you master one, you have to master one before you add to it. All right. Don't have a bunch of strategy that you're not very comfortable with. Master one specific strategy. If you mistrade, you mistrade. Then once you have mastered that strategy, you can decide to add to it. All right. Add it to your strategy, adding to your toolbox. That's perfectly okay. That's the best way to trade anyway. But at the end of the day, your strategy must fit into your what? Your process. All right? Your strategy, the process does not change. The strategy fits into the process. All right? All right, guys. Wish you guys the best of luck tomorrow. Stay warm. For those of you guys, get some hot chocolate, some booze, whatever it is that that you do to stay warm. Do whatever it is that you got to do. I wish you guys the best tomorrow, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, for the last time, remember to like and subscribe the video. Help me grow this channel. I appreciate you guys. Take care.